get this going. Let's get these music tunes down just a little bit. Turn down the music just a little bit, folks. Oh yeah, there we go. That's much better, much more palpable decibel level for everybody who is listening to the show this morning. Good morning, everybody. My name is Rev Deuce. I am your favorite content creator from Louisiana and from the good old South. Hey, everybody. One of those improvements you posted about in the video coming. Which one's G? Which one's G? Which ones? How's everybody doing? Good morning. You know, be so kind, share this out with your alliance and your server so that they can come in and ask questions. And, you know, today we'll talk about anything in the game that they woof like to talk about. It's we're here to talk about anything. Specifically, we want to talk about leaderboards because we have so many leaderboards this month. Well, most of the things that I talked about in that video have already come. The refinery one, as I've told y'all, the refinery increase was going to be within 30 days-ish of that video posting. So. But yeah, it's leaderboards are very heavy. I did have a conversation with the devs this weekend about the amount of leaderboards, and I really reiterated my desire for some of the leaderboards to get changed in terms of changed into a different style of leaderboard, and we'll see if that ends up transpiring here in the future. But it has been leaderboards after leaderboards. We have multiple leaderboards stacking right now here in the weekend. And, you know, we got the Fatal Frontier. You got the Amalgam SLB, which just started, which sadly I don't have. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't really have anything to upgrade on the Amalgam. I can't tier it up. So I'm gonna really struggle bus to score here and provide any type of, and I will say that I will give them credit that the rewards here with ROM, I think are really good. At least on my server and my bracket. The brackets can be different in multiple places. But 27 ROM shards for getting 25th place is a pretty freaking good leaderboard. It's just, can I actually participate? And I'm gonna make an attempt, but I'm not very confident. I've also missed a day in my battle pass. Thankfully, there's a little bit of a work in there, but that means I'm gonna miss out on my overflow unless I go and buy it. So, I don't really think that the overflow has much for me. The captain's chair is cool, I guess, but oh well. Hey, Mike, how y'all doing? Oh, Elvis, gonna see you on server 84. I'm waiting for server like 89 to open up. As soon as a new one opens up, I'm jumping on there. Need to open up. Allergy time? Well, not necessarily. So if you were wondering where the southern deep voice came from, that is more just me projecting my voice in a way that I want to, and I changed it up. When I'm streaming, I tend to try to have a little bit higher voice and also articulate and enunciate what I'm saying in a way that is easier for people to understand who aren't just from my region. Whereas if I fall into my regional accents, it can be difficult sometimes depending on what I'm talking about. Now, I've not perfected that. I definitely would not say that I'm completely neutral in my use of the English language in terms of accents, but I do think it's something that people can understand. So, okay, you get a leaderboard, you get a leaderboard, and you get a leaderboard. Q, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate it. 86 is very new. Come visit. I know it's new, but 86 and 87 have both been out for a little bit. I want to join a day of new server. The dev team is supposed to be letting me know when that is, which is very soon, hopefully. So we're waiting on that. Waiting on that. Everybody gets a leaderboard? Yes. Yes. But yeah, we'll see. Oh, from Oklahoma. Well, shout out Oklahoma. I have not been to Oklahoma in many years, but shout out to the state itself. From what I understood, the XSLB was only supposed to be 100 players deep, but currently ranks 184. So there were issues in people getting in, and then some people not getting in. The leaderboard should have been. I should not have been in the Fatal Frontier leaderboard, but I am, and yeah, I am not participating. Well, I'm not going hard. I mean, let's see, I'm at 348,000. If I wanted, I would need at least a couple million, which I guess I could do for 4 Jayla shards. Yeah. So, and then a lot of people got left out who were supposed to be in it, as a couple of you have mentioned. These were all past the devs. If you got left out, the short answer was you have to contact customer support. That's what they told everybody. And yeah, that's obviously problematic. That's not the answer that everybody's wanting to hear. And it certainly hasn't helped a lot of people get what they so rightly deserve. So, it's just been a month of events not working well and problems. There is still a lot of fun happening in the game. I'm having a good time, so I just got to make for something, right? You can better advise players of things I forgot being an Ops 38. Yeah, I mean, I can't wait to start a new, because every time I start a new game, and I've done this over a dozen times by now, but every time I start, the start of the game is different. And I actually enjoy that, and it helps me keep perspective, because by the end of it, so, you know, coming into this year, my goal was to hit level 42, and I did. And by the end of this year, my goal is to hit 46. So, you know, it makes it, hey, your 46 is a long way from 24. And I always try to start a new account, make sure I'm staying around to help as many people as I can. Customer support told us that they resolved the issue, but I still don't have it. Waiting continues. Joy's mine. I'm so sorry to hear that. I would try to help elevate that, but the tricky thing is, with this being a weekend, I have limited contacts who I can reach out to. Most people are not in the office right now. And that's understandable. It's a weekend. I'm not saying that Scopely should work 7 days a week, but, you know, there are only a handful of people I can actually try to reach out to get help. And by the time I probably got a response, y'all would have already gone through it, possibly. So let me adjust these crews real quick, because we gotta go do our swarms. Everybody gotta do the swarms, right? Y'all gonna do swarms with me? Swarms. And do. Sorry, my like OCD demands that I put these in order. And honestly, I need to, so that way my Franklin A gets the biggest bonuses possible. Hey, who that hit me? How you doing, good friend? Carissa, I'm like ranked 258 in the Armada XSLB. And I'll be honest, I haven't really been touching it. And let me see if my alliance is, yeah, they're doing it in like super deep space, so I can't get that far. A lot of times when my alliance will run these, they'll run them in like warp 150 warp 150 plus space. I can, you know, if I launch Armadas, they'll come do them with me, but when they're generally launching, they're launching deep. Oh, Charles, happy to be of service, always. Activate my treasury, but needing a de-sealing rod worth $20. In my opinion, if you want to ask just if it's worth $20, you're going to get for $20, 20 Tendy shards, 15 Mariner, Pike, and then you're going to get about $30-ish worth of stuff for $20. You're going to get a $20 pack that's got about 50% more in it, plus officer shards. In my opinion, for you specifically, that's worth it, especially if those shards help you unlock Tendy or Pike. Up to you if you want to spend it. Value-wise, because it has officer shards in it, has so many epic shards, that's worth it to me. I think that's a good $20 offer. Now, not every treasury is going to have that amount of officer shards every month. This month, it just happens to have some really good officer shards, and I'm pretty sure, Mike, it's the same for you at 20. You're going to have a lot less resources available to you, but you should have the officer shards. So mine is the $100 one. I mean, I get too much stuff every month, so. You have the same amount of shards at 5. Yeah, David, that sounds right. I mean, the officer shards should stay static every month. So if I get offered 20, you should be offered 20. However, the other resources in that treasury are going to be basically determined by several things. Your server's age, but personally, your spending habits. So if you spend on the game in any amount, you're most likely going to see the $100 treasury option. So, yeah, and if you don't spend a lot, dropping $5 on the treasury to get those officer shards is a good deal if you're willing to do that. V Gates, do any of our European friends? Well, Jacob, V Gates only covers, you know, what, Germany and Austria and parts of Swiss and, you know, Dutch. But why not throw French in there? You know, ça va. I don't know a Polish response to that, but I know French and German and English. Last month, my treasury was $4.99. This month, $19.99. No idea why, because I'm definitely a spender. Jacob, like I said, it depends on your level of spending. I mean, I don't have the formula, and I'll be honest, because they don't want us to have the formula. They don't want to give the content creators like, okay, here's the exact things we look at to provide the pack. All I know is the basics of how it's formed. Your server's age, you know, where you're at in terms of region, your spending habits all play into what packs you get presented. And that's all I can really tell you from that. It's Scopely. You know what I mean? It's Scopely. Like the video if you like Scopely. So, I mean, like I said, I'm not trying to be like derogatory or anything, just being honest. You know, it's they've got their ways. They've got their ways. Yeah. Anyway. the video. My wife's account was overwritten by her old account. She's trying to get it back if you can help. Timothy, the first thing you need to do is contact customer support. Did she have a Scopely ID tied to the original account? If so, logging in with that ID will simply bring it back. If she accidentally tied another account to that Scopely ID, she'll need to go through customer support. Yeah, Khalil, welcome in. I'm happy you're here. Over under 4 hours before Scopely servers go down on Monday. Beef, I am going to be optimistic and say that the week that they've had to prepare for this, they're going to have less issues. I'm hoping it makes it through the first day. I do still expect there to be problems. I do, though, still expect them to make it through the first day. I think they're going to make it through APAC. There's still going to be issues, I think, but I think that they're not going to have to shut it down. So we'll have to wait and see. No problem, Timothy. Yeah, if there was something that I could like just snap my fingers and do for you in that situation, I would. That's just one that you have to go through customer support. They have to have a ticket. They have to then basically look at her IP address and see if they can match up the account that she's lost. So it's not something in particular that I can personally put my hands on. Just started building the enterprise. Would it be good to start our level 35 or tier the ship up a few levels first? I am a big fan of camping at 35 and using that time to build up your ships and things. So I'm going to tell you to camp at 35, get your fish, you get your Franklin A, get your enterprise, and then every Wednesday you start working on gaining your Cerritos, and then by the time you're ready to push to 39, you just build your Cerritos on the way and enjoy all those things. From Kansas and server 32. Shroom, I used to play on 32. I wish I had time to play on more accounts. I wish Scopely would let me have an assistant that could play on multiple accounts. So granted, I would need an assistant first, but cool. Yeah. Bring in your question and really invite people to the channel. I want everybody from everywhere, y'all. Everybody from everywhere. I want to answer questions today. As many questions as y'all can throw at me. That's what I want to do. I'm always here to help out. Hey, Jesus, good to see you. Good to see you, man. You rated Beck last night. It's very sweet of you. See what's coming tomorrow. Any improvements in Incursion events, rewards increase, or something else? Aditya, the main improvement for Incursions is basically stability. I did pass along feedback about the rewards. I did not get anything back that they're going to change them. Ice Glow, I'll be honest, man. I can't afford you. You're too good for me. I need here's what I need. I need y'all who are out there who have like kids. You're like 17 in high school and they want to be content creators. I basically need an intern that I can pay a little bit and I can teach them how this stuff works. That's what I need. That's my budget. That's raising 3 kids and stuff, but it's okay. Oh man. Why are they doing incursions on weekdays anyways? Caleb, I think part of the reason that they're doing incursions on a weekday is to help lower the amount of potential lag while they work through the system. I do agree that it'd be best run between arcs, especially on a weekend. But they have a couple of these going there. I remember talking to a community manager about 2 years ago about this now, so it's been a while, so maybe it's changed. They talked about how the highest activity rates they had were actually in the middle of the week. So they found that Tuesdays and Wednesdays they'd have higher activity marks than on the weekends, which could make sense that because so many of y'all are working adults that y'all are goofing off at work and then spending time with your families on the weekends. Now, I'm not saying that that's how it is now. That's just a conversation that I'd had with them a while ago that they had said, and that could be part of the reason. Part of the reason could also be that, hey, maybe you're right. Maybe there are less people, thus necessitating the ability to test the first couple of runs on less active days. So we'll see. Caleb says most people work during the day time they are doing incursions. I mean, I'll be honest, when I had a day job that wasn't this, like before as a content creator, I was an IT director at a desk job. On one of my screens was Star Trek Fleet Command. Now, I was generally just leaving it up there doing things like background mining back in the day, but it was up. And, that was just part of what I did. Imagine how many people are having trouble raiding or defending during the night in the 6-hour phase shift. Yeah, I'm looking forward to raiding. I'm hoping to find raids on server 10. Makes sense to me. I work as a plumber Monday through Friday, 7 to 3:30. So Jacob, in that regard, if you're US based, that means when you get off at 3:30, you are primed for the second 6-hour window. And I am not saying the system's perfect, but I do want to personally test it out first before I can make a judgment on the design. You know what I mean? Like, I can crap on the fact that it didn't even work, but I can't crap on the logic behind certain things. Like, I've got to play it first. I've got to be in the 6-hour window and see how it works and see how the transfer works before I can be like, yeah, this has got to change. That's just I think it's fair for me to jump on the system. Now, I'll jump on it and trash it if it can't even load, but I'm not going to trash the mechanic until I participate in it, and then I'll jump on. You don't get good enough signal in my office to launch the game? Yeah, I get you, Caleb. And obviously, the game, hopefully, is going to try to find the best way to find a balance there where everybody can participate that they want to participate in, right? But just gotta find that. And Jacob's right. Sometimes trial and error is the best way. Keep in mind that we have got 235 people here right now. Y'all, all 235 of y'all are amazing. I love y'all. Y'all support my family just by being here, and I appreciate it. 236 people is a very, very, very small percentage of the overall population of this game, which is several 100,000 active daily players. So you've got to try to build around all those, which means that it's simply impossible to keep everybody happy. You want to hit the majority of them. And hopefully that's what they're doing. I love you too, Danny. Just finished scrapping a Mayflower Legionary. It'll be done in 5 days as well. Or Legionary will be done in 5 days. Any advice on optimal time to get those primes? Prime officers, prime cell efficiency, prime gas, prime ore, prime crystal. And there's several freaking leaderboards this month if you want to pair those together. But I would go ahead and start smacking it around now. The only one going out, like, I honestly, how much would it get to the top 25? 40 million. Holy smokes. 40 million. I can't. I can't do that. I absolutely cannot. Well, we got the Ortega SMS, which is regular mining. I need to do that one. And then there's the meta, which I've obviously not been doing. Oh, miners getting attacked. Oh no. It's a big bad jeepers. Now we just repair and... Was that the last one to die? Okay. I can actually go closer to my house now. Thank you. Thank you. There we go. Incursion's first go was fun for me, but the server pairs are bad in my case. There's only one player in my bracket and an ops level was terrible. Look, and there's a lot of servers that we've talked about that the incursions do not look great. I mean, even a lot of server 20 people have been talking about server 10, and not necessarily in a derogatory way, but even server 10 can talk about this. You know, the pairing that I'm going to have. It's not power level balanced for sure. I mean, and I did misquote. I think I said that our top resources rated guy was 5 billion. I had people messaging me, oh, your server sucks. It's 6.5 trillion. I'm really bad with reading numbers off a screen, apparently. And just like those numbers are so grossly higher than what is on other servers, and the brackets on some of these pairings don't seem to be very favorable. So we'll just have to see how it works out. You possibly get them to stop doing 3 straight days of armadas. This is ridiculous. What was a leaderboard? That's one. Simplest thing for me, just don't participate in those. I only ever focus on SMSs, personally. For the ops brackets, it depends on... So some levels of the ops brackets are actually very favorable and small. Some of them are a little bit wider. You have only about 200 times the power I have. I might be only level 14, but the difference seems astounding to me as a new player. Oh, nightmare. Dude, it's even more astounding. Like, I'm level 42. A level 60 player ship is literally 100 times stronger than my ships, depending on what ship I'm pointing out. You know, maybe 50 times stronger than some of them. So like my Enterprise is like 6 million. The Enterprise D with theory he's pushing 300 something. So. Is it possible to try faction lock in the 30s? 100% Alexis. Yeah, I mean, we have people do it all the time. I did it. Top resources rated on 157 is better than the top 10 on 156 combined by over 2 trillion points. It's actually kind of funny how big the difference is. Yeah, I mean, now some servers are not that big on rating. Like some players out there are not big raiders. Some servers are not really big on that. Because my server's in a constant state of war all the time, there's a lot of incentive to go about raiding, because raiding is one of the only ways you can actually hurt a team or a player. We can blow up their ships. Look, I know all of y'all getting your ship blown up is annoying. It is. But realistically, it doesn't hurt you because you never lose ships in the game. You can lose resources though. So that's a pain in the butt. You know, it's you don't see Theory's Rialta? I don't think Theory's around right now. theory around? Chad is clamoring. See how big his reality is. Oh, very true in the fairness. Other servers' biggest ship was a T6 Kelvin, and they had 3 G4 ships in total. We have 5 tier 3 Corvuses. Look, here's another one, and I pointed this out because Goalie, you're here. Lazy, you're from server 10. How many level 50 plus players do y'all have? How many level 50 plus players is server 10? And I'm not trying to call out server 10. I'm just saying that the balancing of incursions is not favorable for every server. And having discussions with them, I don't think it's possible that all of them are going to have that. But I do think that hopefully some of the things they learn from this are better ways to pair these together. So Lazy, 25 or 30. Okay, so Lazy Goalie just said that server 10 has 25 or 30 level 50 plus players. Would you like to see how many server 20 has? This is our rank 76 player. So over double the level 50 plus players are on server 20. That's obviously not a fair bracketing. Now, for all I know, server 10's got more active players, so maybe they make up for it in the low end. But Lazy says his server's got 25, maybe 30. We got 76. That's a lot. So there's obviously some disparity on some of these servers. War is about resource pain. We had our first 7-day skirmish recently. Let's just say TTS 084 are not bullies, but don't mess with our little guys. Hey, nice helps. Look, I loved it. When I used to do war stats, like when I was an admiral and we go to war, one of the main things I tracked was bases cracked and resources rated. That hurts a lot more than how many miners I've blown up. Hurts a lot more than how many miners I've blown up. How come not everyone gets to see or gets the amalgam upgrade pack? Oh, Matthew, packs are tricky. They have a weird like algorithm of how and who they show packs to. I think everybody should have it. If you want, I can try to see why, if particular reason you don't. But here's my upgrade and my unlock pack. I mean, it seems like a missed opportunity not provided to everybody right now. But it's tough for me to really speak on that because honestly, I don't work for Scopely. I only work with them. And so, are we able to ask Eco for a smaller pack for the amalgam in the store? You need 12 BPs. We can, Simon. Yeah, I certainly can do that. It is the weekend though. It is the weekend. I'm gonna go ahead and message him, knowing that he's probably not gonna see it. But also. All right, so yeah, I think we can do that. All right, I've sent it in, and I'll let y'all know the response. All I got was the unlock amalgam, and I already have the ship. Yeah, I mean the upgrade is the pack that everybody wants for this leaderboard that I'm not gonna be able to even participate in. Because that leaderboard is already way too freaking strong for me. And I'm not spending money. If y'all donate money, I can tell y'all where it's going to go. My son needs a new bed. I need a new mop and one of those, I'll be honest, I want to splurge. I want to get one of those cheap robotic vacuums. You know, so I'm not buying a pack for that. House comes first. And also, my son just broke my cabinet door. Like my pantry door, he just broke it. Because he's a 5-year-old and all freaking children are evil. And then want to take the nice things you bought and ruin it. That's what children do. So, gotta get that fixed. Just watch your amalgam video. Thanks for explaining the plunder exocomp and how to use it. Yeah, of course, Cosmo. It's real simple, by the way. Get the exocomp, activate it, send your amalgam out here. Grind, grind, grind. Jacob, are you anywhere near me? Because, yo, I actually do have plumbing issues. The house I bought has multiple bathrooms, and there are multiple bathrooms that either don't flush well enough to, like, do multiple activities in them or are literally not worth using. So if you had to buy one pack now for you, what would you? Like you're saying, if I had a budget, like if I just had an unlimited budget to buy a pack, Let me see. If I just had an unlimited budget, which I don't, I'm very picky about where I spend. The Galactic Armada pack is a fantastic one. Let me check the Amalgam pack. No, Amalgam pack's not near good enough. It'd be one of the $100 packs. I mean, the Galactic Armada pack is always a good one for me. I mean, the ticket pack has value if you're doing the ticket events. That always ends up adding up in the long run. But it's generally going to be a specialty pack. Monthly Elite pack. I do try to get the monthlies. The monthly's a great one, especially since they updated the monthly. It's got more juice in it. Now. If you're willing to train an intern, I'm not working right now and very much want to learn streaming. Also PMG on Discord. Yeah, I mean, I'll hit you up. You have PM'd me. I don't think you PM'd me about this. You PM'd me about other stuff. Yeah. Go find either Habitat for Humanity Restore or other local cabinet recycling store to fix pantry. I don't think we have those where I'm at, Phoenix. Oh my God. I'm just being honest. Like, I live in Louisiana, a very poor part of Louisiana. I don't think we have a Habitat for Humanity Restore. I'm pretty sure we don't. Got the new Juiced Up monthly pack is a good one. Yeah, it is. I've got last month, but where is that? Here you go. I got last month that I'm still, claiming down on, which is the first month that it got improved. So if you want to link up with me on Discord, I can help you with your plumbing issues. Yeah, feel free, Jacob. I'm just being honest. It's I'm going to be very, very clear with y'all. Rev is not a do the plumbing himself person. You can be the best instructor in the world. I would literally rather spend the $200. If it takes me a week or two to raise it, fine. I'd rather spend $200, $300, have somebody else come do it. Let's be honest. It'll take me more time to try to figure it out myself. There's some handy things that I can do. Yard work, basic carpentry, that I can do. Plumbing, it's all wet, gross, and slimy. Not for me. It's just, no. I believe you can point me in the right direction. Yes, I believe you. I'm just saying, like, hey, I don't want to touch your keys. Hey, Fenris. How are you doing? Good to see you, JC. Hey, I'm going to be live for about another hour. Y'all invite anybody on your server, anybody who's got incursion questions, game mechanic questions, officer questions. I want them right here. Jesus, I don't have the videos here, but I mean, if you ask my Team RD members on Twitch, I send a lot of yard videos. I've got to do yard work today, actually. If you do plumbing wrong and explode and flood your house, yes. One thing that I can do really well, I can run cables for days, because in IT, I used to have to do that all the time. So drop down ceiling runs or just making them neat and orderly, cable management. I do that really well. I can also do basic carpentry. I'm really good, measure twice, cut once. I'm good with that, but plumbing's just not my thing. Timothy, thank you for supporting the channel, being a cadet. Thank you. Hey, I love my lawn stuff. What are the odds you give incursions of happening? Well, they're definitely happening. If you're giving me odds of working, the first time around, I would have said it had a 90-10, so 90% chance no, 10% chance of working. I'm going to give it a 50-50 tomorrow. I think that they are better prepared. They learned a lot of things, and I'm going to give them a 50-50 shot. How long to your next ops push? My next ops push will not come until I'm ready to go all the way to 46, and I'm still calculating how much I'm going to need for that, but it's going to be a while. I'm going to sit at 42, camp, get all my research up, and then I'm going to head up. Did you ever tell how much you have spent on STFC? Yeah, I don't care. I talk about it all the time, Jeffrey. Between all my accounts that I've had over 3.5 years, somewhere between 2.5 and 3 grand. Granted, keep in mind, I've had multiple accounts. I've had over a dozen accounts. I'm a content creator, so I typically have more. But I am never going to withhold how much I've spent, nor do I withhold what Scopely has given me, nor do I even withhold what I make to an extent. I'm always very big on content creator transparency. Y'all pay my salary. Y'all donate to the channel. Y'all are what helped me do everything, so I'm going to tell you where it goes. So yeah, I have no problem telling you how much I've spent. Armageddon, how do you keep your smaller alliance members happy when they get pushed out due to size, but need the bigger ones for the event? We try to be inclusive, but someone's always unhappy. Here's the thing, Jennifer. Sometimes people are just going to be unhappy. All that you can do as a leader is use the star system. And if somebody wants to participate, you let them, if it's available, especially if they're pulling their own weight. You know, one thing that can happen if you want to help out lowers is have the lowers launch the biggest armada they can reach and have the hires just attend. With them launching it, they're typically going to get a box and a good payout anyway. And instead of just asking them to come to our big armadas, we get them to launch their biggest one and we just bring the beef so they can get the rewards. Simple as that. Just seeing this crew on D4, Lorca, Killy, Gorkon. Can you explain the reasoning for 2 hull breach? Nope. I would not recommend that crew. There's no point in 2 hull breach. It's possible you can look at people not getting the XSLB even though I'm top 50. Hawk, like I said, all you could do that is contact customer support. It was brought to the dev team. I think it was Stewie who was talking to them about it first. And they basically said, look, we can't go over it individually. You've got to get them to put in a ticket through CS. So, will Wharf/Con SLB run again? They seem to have canceled it. I'll have to follow up. Like I said, the schedule's gotten really in flux because of all the issues that we had. And I will check the updated schedule, but we have to look and see. Wait a couple of days. Let me get through this amalgam leaderboard, and then we'll look here this next coming 2 weeks. Yeah, no problem, Hawk. I don't mind. I wish I had a better answer to what I'm saying. Like, I don't mind you asking me about the leaderboard thing. It's just that the only thing that we can do right now is go through CS, and they're aware of it. So, hey, Tudor, how you doing? Also have the small crews with officers like Gala so they contribute more than just power. Agreed. And the biggest thing, though, remember, the rewards for the armadas are typically going to be laid out by power of the ship. So if you have them launch as the leader, then they're always in that top bracket. And yes, it does require them to get armadas, but it also forces them to be more participatory and contribute. Because here's the thing, even though I'm really big on helping lower levels, one thing I don't want is I don't want some level 28 player who's always coming to the armadas and never contributing. Even if the best thing that they can do is head out to like Groombridge, you know, not deep space, but high faction space, and launch those armadas, you better. I want to be able to get something back to even if it's a little return. So it's making sure that everybody's contributing. So, hey Charles, how you doing? What happened to the specialized ultra officer chess pool? What do you mean? There's still the TOS was a seasonal thing in terms of during the season of TOS, it rotates through some mini events, and the wrong button, Rev. The Discovery one's always there. They got the disco one right there. Please say hi to my wife, Julie, so she believes me when I say you talk to us. Julie, first of all, I'll talk to you even when JC will not. And I'll just go ahead and let you know right now. You're incredible. He doesn't deserve you. In fact, he should stop nagging so much. He should actually go do some more. He should clean the house. He should do the laundry. He should wash the dishes. While he's sitting here listening to a YouTuber? Yeah. Come on, JC. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Who says there's eight restores in Southern LA? Well, that's not where I'm at. Yeah, there's always more things in places that I'm not at. It'd be very disheartening when the Armada you launch is suddenly swamped with 10 million G4 ships, but bringing your Enterprise Augur can make it fair for the smaller players. Yeah, but like I said, as long as that person launching is the leader, they're still going to get the box and everything, so good loot payout. No, there was a point where they offered Discovery at 2 times. Oh, so you're asking when the next 2 time comes around, which wasn't double shards. That was just 2 times more chance of certain officers. And I don't know when the next one of those we're having is, but you are right that that is something that we've run heavily in the past. We worked really hard to get our smalls up. Smallest in our alliance is 31 with a 1.2 level 28 ship, which is fantastic. 75% have an epic, and we're proud of their progress. That's great. Yeah, we love to hear that. And here's the truth. Free to play, if they want to be free to play, the best thing you can do as a free to play player is have a good active alliance. That's the best thing that you can have. That's the best thing you can have. If you get an active alliance, that's going to make up for your lack of spending. Activity in a high active alliance is going to greatly speed up your gameplay. People are always talking about, I need more commons or I need more of this. Get an active alliance. Because the only way that you can combat money progressing you is time. And if you're spending your time efficiently, effectively, running big armadas and doing eclipse and all this other stuff, that's going to help jump you forward where normally you can just spend $100. Just join a top 3 alliance to help my game immensely. Exactly, Dale. And like when I say these things, it's never like take a shot at the smaller mom and pop alliances. But activity and big alliances are going to help you if you don't want to spend a lot of money. What we did was had people drop out and feed them board probes at 25 and lattice. That is fantastic. We had a couple of high levels. So in Feds, one of the alliances that I was in server 20, what one of their leaders, Wing, would do is he would fill up his cargo ships, his G3 faction miners from deep space. So he was mining faster and he'd fill them up with 2-3 million raw. And then he would just come and let somebody blow them up and take all the OPC. So. Stay with your grandpa? Nice. Shot grandpa. If you were going to introduce the Defiant ship, would you make it like a Vidar that everyone gets, or like the Jellyfish one most of us were Ops 32? I don't really understand the question. Because the Vidar is level 25 ship, ISIS is level 39. I'm not really sure what you're asking, Bob. If I made the Defiant, though, it would be a scaling 4-star ship that scaled up into a 5-star range. Just so that as many people as possible could have it and play with it. But in my jelly layer today is scrapping the only way to get G4 uncommon for it at Ops 39. No, you get the ISS Jelly ISS Jelly Brawl event, plus you get the Parabellum event. Those 2 events at level 39 will give you uncommons needed to upgrade the ISS Jelly. When they're doing a Voyager arc, I would assume maybe next year. Voyager not being the one of the more popular series though, so it's not up front. DS9 though. Here's the tricky thing, y'all. If they make something for everybody, it ain't gonna be good. But if they make something just for high levels, then nobody gets to play with it. So, the word is Voyager is still sometime this year. No, it's not. Nobody's ever put forth that word. Who put forth that word? Nobody ever said that. What we've done to help an ally is farm probes, codes, etc. for them to build their low levels quickly. One thing that I recommend is if you have an alliance that has allies, you have purples, one of the best things y'all can do to help each other's lowers, fill up Franklin's and then let them smack them. Fill up for the modulators and then let them take OPC modulators. That will speed up a lot. One of the many recommendations I make for alliances. You want to help out? You can help out. Help them lower that grind on specialty ships. Help them run Stellas. Help them with their Vidar. Help them with their Franklins. You'd rather, I think most people, it's pretty universal that DS9 is considered better than Voyager. Not that there aren't people who don't love Voyager, but DS9's generally going to be the majority's take. So, Sculpus should make 2 types of Defiant. The one right out of Space Dock and the one after the bugs were worked out by Chief O'Brien. It's actually pretty ingenious, and I love that idea. I don't think they'd actually do that, but I love that idea. Technically, Old Man didn't say so. He hinted. There's a difference. You know how we are. We hint. Content creators hint. Devs hint. Can't give it away. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Our server is a coalition that runs the territory map. We're kind of like the UN. That sounds terrible. Hey, if it works for y'all and y'all enjoy it, that's what matters. That type of stuff is like, oh God, no. We're probably not even gonna allow OPC hunting. No! I love OPC hunting. Heard they were planning a DS9 arc, just haven't heard about a Voyager arc. Was wondering because they keep doing the new shows but ignoring some of the older ones. There's a mix of reasoning there. There's probably about 3 layers to that reasoning. Okay, 3 layers. One, the new shows are very popular. They are the spearhead of CBS Paramount, which leads to part 2. And that CBS Paramount want games that are doing Star Trek to promote new shows. The shows they've done so far, Strange New Worlds is very popular. Lower Decks is very popular. They haven't done some of the less popular ones, like Picard's kind of got mixed reviews. Prodigy's more for kids. And Discovery they did when it came out, but they haven't come and revisited Discovery for like seasons, 3 and 4. Now, still, they've already done the Next Generation. They've already done the original series. Deep Space Nine up there as well in terms of coming because of its popularity. So they're trying to find a mix in how they're running about them. I'm not saying good, bad, but there's the logic of what they're going through and what they're doing and trying to get all these series in the game while also trying to keep everybody happy. PS9 does really well on streaming platforms and got a whole new audience. Yeah, I mean, The only thing I have against DS9 is that I want it to be remastered, but because they did it digital and not with like the film, if y'all are like film and TV gurus, y'all can correct how I'm saying this. But because they did it with so much digital work, it's way more difficult to remaster than if they had done it on like the film rolls. Is that right? That's why we haven't had it remastered, but you've had other things remastered. They want to make you happy, they have to fix a lot? Well, sure, of course. Math doesn't even add up. My guess would be probably 1 month then Event Store, then 4 months of DS9. That brings you to the end of the year. Well, do remember this. All businesses, whether Star Trek, Fleet Commander, operate in quarters of the year. So, we are currently in, quarter 3. We just entered into quarter 3. We're entering into quarter 3. So, they should an Enterprise Borg arc that gives us the Enterprise, but at the same time plot fixes the Borg stuff. I love that idea. Only problem, Enterprise is not super popular, so probably not high on the priority list, but I would love that idea. I think it's very Trek friendly, it's very lore friendly, and I love lore. I love Star Trek lore. They're bringing back Janeway. Janeway has been talking a lot on social media, or Kate Mulgrew has been talking a lot on social media about getting back into Star Trek. She is already in Prodigy, by the way. If y'all aren't aware, she's already in Prodigy. Can't upgrade the video if the data isn't there to use. Film is generally higher quality, more data. Exactly. So from what I understand, for them to upgrade DS9 would basically be a full-on rework of every episode. Not that they'd have to refilm it, but they actually have to go through and redo every bit digitally, and that'd be redonk expensive. From what I understand. I have a problem with leaderboards in general because I run out of resources faster than I can keep up. This game would be better without leaderboards at all. Mark, as a regular player, I agree with you. However, it won't happen because that's how they make a crap ton of money. That's also why I'm very specific on what leaderboards I focus on. Like, I see what the month is going to look like, and I pick, hey, this one I'm going to go after, and I save up for certain ones. This month has had the most leaderboards that I can recall in a while. And it's been very tricky to navigate through all of them. But I call them auctions. I call leaderboards auctions, and even the dev team will refer to them as auctions sometimes. So I don't try to win all of them. I kind of give those to the heavy spenders. Bob, is aspect ratio related? The show was shot in 4:3, and these days most people are wanting 16:9. Yeah, so generally 1080 for that, or 4K now, operating on the same depth. Lore before and data. What about them, Zach? You're saying that's how you want to like build a storyline? Okay. What else we got? How's your crossover events going? I mean, meh. I'm not really doing the XSLB. I'm focusing on my ticket events and all the other things I got to do today. Like threat reduction and Surf and Beyond. Swarm Sunday. Oh, you like to see them roll out? Me too. You got data in the game, but I would love to see the other two added for sure. I really want them to do a movie set. We were talking about them doing Voyager, but I want them to do movies. I want them to do The Wrath of Khan and do Insurrection and First Contact. Lots of Next Generation stuff, but all the Next Generation. Pretty much just focus on the SMS and don't go hard for SLBs unless I prepare for it. Can't beat out the big spenders. Very server to server, you know. Some servers are going to be easier to do that, some it's not. Look, I think Nemesis is fine from a game perspective. Nemesis would give me ships, officers, PvP, rating, etc. I think Nemesis would be perfectly fine in the game. Was Nemesis a good movie? No. But would it be perfectly fine in the game? Yes. Star Trek writers also wrote The Man Who Fell to Earth, great sci-fi series as well on Showtime. I've never seen that one. Which writers were in that? Do you know? Oh, damn, they called for a solo. Damn. Click. You were watching TNG with my mom and remember asking her for old grade tea when I was 7 because that's what Captain Picard drank? That is adorable, Jacob. That is absolutely adorable. We love those type of memories. I have early Star Trek memories too. I mean, I've got a picture of me like a year old looking at an old boob tube TV of Star Trek. Let me see if I've got it laying around here still. There it is. Here. Y'all want to see Baby Rev watching a boob tube TV at like a year old that has Star Trek? I've shown this before, so it's not like a new picture. But there you go. There's Rev back in the day. Long time ago. Many, many days ago. Little baby Ginger Rev. Like a year old. Watching Star Trek on the old boob tubes. That's taking it back. That's taking it way back. Way back. Baby Rev. Remember, this is my aunt's house. Yeah, this is my aunt's house. Rotate. A banana's hot because of lower decks. Nice, Ryan. This sound was shot 69 digitally, but cropped to 4:3. They had stage crew lighting and other behind the scenes stuff captured outside the 4:3 frame, so they can't just re-ratio. Okay. But we have the technology now. We can remove that stuff. We can scrub it. Vince Fox, several years for Halloween. Also dope. I love how nerdy y'all are. I really do. Y'all are in a Star Trek game and y'all actually live the game. Love that. Love that. When I hated showers, as all kids do at some point, the threat was I wouldn't be able to watch the new Trek episode. Wow. Dude. That is awesome. We're nerds. Now I need y'all to be nerdy about this game and ask me game questions. Ask me hard ones. Hey, I've dressed up as Ginger Riker on the stream multiple times. Probably gonna do that again tomorrow night. Probably gonna do that again tomorrow night. Get our grind on. Go. Cute auction, that pick of you to the community. What do you mean auction? It's not an NFT. What? How am I gonna auction my picture to the community? I mean, anything that can raise money for my family, I'm listening to, but how do I auction off a picture? How do I auction off a picture? Imagine the people who come out and hate on that. Wasn't Ginger Riker meant to be a weekly episode? It was, Darren. I just haven't set it up as much, but yes. What's your speed up strategy for buildings and research? How often do you do it? I definitely want to complete at least one research a day minimum. But a lot of times if there's an event that scores through research point scoring, I will combine when I'm flying through a bunch of researches at one time. I am currently out of a lot of speed ups because I forgot to do Anomalous Phenomenon last month. So I've got to do that again. Got to do that again. Does Wood McCoy ability help new Pike's ability? No, that it's not enough to where you would want to do that. There's too many other better combinations than to use that. The copies and sell it as merch. I mean, okay, let's do a quick poll because it's Charles's idea and I love ideas. If I had printouts that I could sign and mail, would y'all want to print off of Baby Rev watching Star Trek? Just be honest. If you say no, I'm just asking. Would anybody actually like me to have like an 8x10 print? You know, those real cheesy things you get at Comic-Cons of Rev as a baby watching Star Trek. Would y'all really want that? If you do, say yes. I basically want to speed up researches. See? Hey, well, there's one yes. Mostly no's. And I'm okay with that. Cool. Wow, 2 yeses. I'm actually shocked that there's yeses. See, Nivy says no. I'm cool. Jennifer says no. I got it. Yeah, no big deal. Matt says cute, but no. Cool. It's a trap? Yeah. It's how I get you into my multi-level marketing scheme. Like, Nick, there's no reason to apologize. I didn't expect anybody to want it anyway. So, you pointed out in an earlier video that there's a large disparity in power between server 40 and 41. It's very apparent in crossover leaderboards. Server 40 dominates. Yeah. And, would it be signed? Hell yeah, it'd be signed. Who wants to buy my picture? Of course I'm gonna sign it. If you sold bathwater with a picture, then maybe. Okay. Chris says I would donate the money. That works. Yeah, like I said, I just asked because somebody brought it up, and I didn't think it was, you know, something I would expect people to do. Now I am, because I haven't done this in a while. I'm trying to redesign a merch store. I've got a new website and everything for it, just because I haven't done merch in a year and a half or so. But yeah. So why were people missing XSLB Fatal Frontier even if they completed it? So Cameron, there was an issue with people getting transferred over, and you have to contact customer support to get in. It did not go well. Just put it that way. It did not go well. All right, completed one set. Maybe we were talking about power despairs between 20 and 10. There's a big one between 20 and 10. See, Junior, I actually fly my disco out because I want to save the go-go juice. All right. Gotta kill so many of these things. Is there any news about Scopely will be increasing the spawn rate a lot for armadas, especially since pack sales would increase by directive? Has not come up. I mean, so you may not know this Project Pain. They've already done that. Like they've done it in the past. And they decreased many of them by like 50 to 100%. I don't know if they're going to do it again, but we can keep asking. I would like them to basically instant respawn. I don't see the problem with instant respawning because it forces people to buy directives if they want to run them. But at level 39, which is more useful, a max disco or a tier 7 enterprise? Whoo! Max disco, but you want both of those things. You want both of those. Also, I need to go do more CLAT because I can't pull my CLAT. Swap. Fisha. Ooh, I can upgrade a Fisha part? Hell yeah. Click. Take her to tier 4, baby. Not yet, but I mean, don't need to jump. It takes a really short time to fly there. Yeah, I mean, I don't see the point in jumping. I want to save all my go-go juice for when I need it for battles and stuff. But that's a personal strategy, I guess. Was this the first time one of these pitches and X Place to join X event started right when the first ended? No, they've done this before. They've done this strategy before. You don't need to spend ship XP on the disco. You don't need to unless you're trying to do like today's event, which has a metric for scoring. The level 47 player who's impossible on 112, he's still present. High school, I passed it up yesterday. I mean, I don't think they ever actually responded to it. Hey, look. Yeah, they haven't said anything about it yet. So, once again, though, it's the weekend, and weekends, a lot of my communications with the dev team falls off because many of them aren't working. So, yeah, it's the fact there's a level 52 player on server 112. Oof. Oof. Hey, my monitor went boom. Now we gotta put it back. Now we gotta put it back. My monitor went boom. Now we gotta put it back. Look at all of our people flying out to fight the Packers. Love it. Love it. I can't save the go-go juice when I'm usually chasing a 2-year-old Tasmanian devil. Hey, I feel you. I've got a 5-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a newborn. So trust me. My life is hell. But I love it because I love being a dad. I love being a dad. It's a dad. Being a dad gives me purpose in life. It really does. Being a dad gives me purpose. All right, me need to hit more. I need more. What research helps increasing base power? Technically, all researches will do that. TombWorld, I'm sorry, Brigadier Jones. If you go to STFC.space, STFC.space, what each building upgrade and each research will do is listed for how much it'll increase your power. Oh boy, I got a message. I got a message. I got a message. I got a message. Hey, 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 hey. I got a message. I got a message. I got a message. Hey, 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 hey. Did we get any info on new Ultra Spin event? I have nothing I can update this time. I can tell you that I had a chat with the dev team yesterday about it, but I have no update I can give you. I did pass it along. I did talk to them again about it. We'll see if it ends up happening. If it is, you'll get an announcement here in the next week or so. But I did talk to them about it this weekend. So I talked to the dev team about it yesterday. We'll just gotta hope that they do it. So it's still around. It was like, ooh, Rev would be interested. I do think it's pretty amazing that they're there. How much are they interacting in chats? Most power you get increased from your base research is weapon related. Generally, it can be. But there are things like, we're talking about your overall power though. There's some like avatar researches that'll jump you up some points. Uno sourcing is mostly incursions based. Oh, by the way, people were asking me what pack I'd buy. Galactic Armada pack or the Treasury pack. I forgot about that. Yeah. You might want to buy Rev's Treasury pack. Let me know. Generally, I only buy things if y'all buy them. So, being a dad is the greatest joy in life. I love being a dad. Look, being a dad is why I work 60 hours a week. And no regrets. No regrets at all. Do they feel, or do you feel they missed the mark in trying incursions or tying incursions to Strange New Worlds instead of having a mirror universe officers that we had missions against before? I have no problem with the tying in they're doing story-wise. I just want it to work. I have no problem with Strange New Worlds, and that, personally, I have no issue. What level Franklin A I need to kill level 37 swarms? Out the gate, it's ready to do it. Tier 1, level 1. Assuming you got your research and everything good to go, and you've got your officers, Tier 1, level 1. Let's check Alliance help send and other stats, and they haven't increased at all. Ironically, they're not listed as number 1 on our server either for power. Oh, where are they? One of those quality fixes you talked about needs to be an easier way to see how many cloaking shards you have / need. Currently, you have to go all the way into the refit menu to find out. That's not a good, that is a good one to point out. All right, how many more? I need 4 more. I'm done with this, and I can go do my anomalous phenomenon. Hey Tiggs, how are you doing? Welcome in. Y'all keep bringing your game questions. Watching you play as I haven't been able to since June 21st. In contact with Scope, but they're so slow. This battle pass I paid for. Wait, Paddle, what happened? What's going on? What's going on? I don't know if I can help, but I can try. You can always send me your ticket info, and I can try to help. What's going on? And yeah, let me know. My children are truly the best thing I ever did and keep me going every day. Yeah, look, I wish I saw my kids more sometimes, but also I'm so proud that they have a house to grow up in and they're not growing up with roaches and rats like I did at various points in my life. And there's even times I was growing up where there was no power or running water, depending on who I was staying with, my dad or my mom. And my kids are never going to have to worry about that. And that makes me very proud. Like, Paddle, I get that you can't get in the game, but like, what's caused it? Is it a Scopely ID issues? The game not loading? What's going on? Boop. Finished. Recall. All right. Go over here. Still having a hostile hunting ship leveling problem where not knowing the ship's leveled till getting back to base sucks. And that's actually what I've been using, Tracy. I use Strange New World Pike, Strange New World Spock. So Strange New World Pike I call Spike. I got Spock with him, and then I got Jayla. So. And I just got through my entire Swarm Sunday A-okay. Less than 1 hole. Ah, okay, I see what you're saying. Don't want to delete account, start from 0. Game stops at 70%. So, Paddle, did you have that account tied to a Scopely ID by chance? Where I'm at with my faction rep? Not near high enough. 5 million till I'm admired. I mean, I said I needed to be admired last weekend, so not far enough. Let me go ahead and do these turn-ins real quick. I also gotta go mine more decoded data. There's always so much to do in this game, and not necessarily a bad thing, but Oh, ooh. Ooh, I need to really do that double pull. If I do that double pull, I think I can scrap my Stella. Son of a biscuit eater. Dang it. All right, I've got to go do some Stellas. I got to go do some Stellas. All right, manage. What is going on here? What is this? What is this? Fruit. You're out on a ship. Of course you're out on a ship. Where's Khan? Screw it, where's Riker? Oh my goodness. There's so many just Riker. I don't even need this. I'm not running a critical build. I guess I could do Harry Mudd. No. All right, it's gonna be a terrible crew. Whatever. I need it. Let's see. I am. All right, sorry, y'all. I want to make sure I can do this today. If I do a double pull, which I normally would never do, I would really like to just scrap this today. So I promise I'm not trying to ignore chat, just trying to get this in. The 1168 is what I need. I need 1168. If I did the double pull, how much do I get? Promise I'm not trying to ignore chat. Let me just do my math. And I would literally be 58 short. So I'm not going to push it. I would literally be 58 short. Those are that one. I'll try to do a double pull the next time around. But I do still need to do stuff. What is Riker bringing to an Eclipse Armada? Just damage gained. I don't have a crew handy. Yeah, they're all like on away teams and stuff. Like Khan's on another ship grinding. I think Khan's actually being used as a lower decker right now. We got people on away teams. About to send Borg Tribble out. Borg Tribble's already out on a freaking away team. So, with 4 presets now, have you tried to use them again? Nope. Until presets can do lower decks, I don't care. That's just my personal take. Until presets can do lower decks, I don't care. Fast Eclipse Armada crew depends on a lot of things. See, all these things out right now. Depends on like your M score of your Stella, what you're going after. I mean, Kirk Spot Khan can technically run you forever. Riker Beverly is a strong one, but it just depends. I personally love running 5 because I try to get as much loot as possible. Once you get your Stella up strong enough, you generally don't have to worry about shields anymore. Until you go after like the really big ones, like, you know, those 500 millers. But right here, right? Have tried BlueStacks? Yeah, BlueStacks is an emulator. One thing I can think of I haven't tried is deleting the app, but I would rather not think of it. It's like 5.5 gigabytes. So if you've got an ID or you've got it tied to a Google account, if you use an emulator like BlueStacks or the PC client, if you have the Scopely ID, you can log in that way. So 6 of 11, usually you want to get to at least tier 2 or tier 3. Technically, it's good immediately because he increases the base. He's one of the few officers that actually changes your base numbers. It changes your base piercing values. But generally speaking, you want them at least up a couple tiers. Jordy 5 Bev for a bit of loot run. Yeah, I mean, that's a fantastic focus on loot run. It's a fantastic just focus on loot run. But since I'm not doing Eclipse model, let's put out the Valley door again. You know what? We're not going to use the Valdor. We'll use this. Enterprise. And I am just going to make a crew. US Kirk, please. Need a morale. All right, we got that. And sort by group. Beckett Mariner. And we would really like to have more health. But I don't think I have any health officers available. Nope. Health. Yeah, nobody's really available. So that's just what you get. You go there. I only need health. I'm going to run this. I only need health. I'm going to run this. There we go. Which honestly, I shouldn't be doing this because I can't cloak and somebody can come pop me. Do you think they'll add officer charge to the ticket events the last weekend like they did last month? I don't know. I don't know. I can ask. But Esco needs help taking territory. Any chance you can rally IA to help us? I know nothing about the politics of the server, I'll be honest. I'm a very low totem pole guy. Like, I have zero power and zero say in IA. They don't care anything about what I say or do. So I'm not the one to ask. You know, that would be more of a theory. Stinky, you know, Anna, Behringer, any of the Commodores. Third time, dude, Jeffrey, don't get so upset, man. There's 350 people here, man. You can't expect me to see everybody. Who also wants to know how to put in a ticket as it is needed daily? Simple. Go up here, go to your settings, go to legal and help, and then you have the help and the FAQ. Hit this, it'll open up a new window. If you're on like a PC, it opens up a browser page, which is where mine just went. If you're on a mobile device, it opens up a little window to use inside your phone. So help FAQ, and then you'll go through the, you know, this problem, that problem, or you can say, hey, I just need to talk to an agent. There's a little bot that you have to interact with. How do you even complete dailies and events in my alliance or at war with like 6 others? Oh, that's easy, man. What are your dailies? Because here's the thing that I feel like most people struggle with is like, oh, my miner's getting blown up or I'm getting destroyed. There are so many places to do everything in the game. Like, I'm grinding a new Calgary now. I literally have 10 different grind spots. So, yeah. Are any of them on? I mean, I'm not going to jump into like a political ask in stream, Charles. I mean, you can see that Anna's on. She's in my chat. Sorry, Jeffrey. Normally I associate caps lock with upset. You know, it's like I'm being yelled at. So I do try to answer everybody that I can. All right, I'm working on 6 of 11 for my transporter patterns. How high should I go before working on the Trinity? What do you do more, PvP or what? We were talking about armadas being such an important mechanic for players earlier. 6 of 11 being one of the best armada cards in the game. Definitely try to recommend taking him up at least a couple tiers. But you also want the Trinity, because the Trinity is great for hostile grinding later on. It's good for gold hostile bosses, good for armadas. It's really good. Have a swarm crew for you to try. Starseeker, I already do that. We talk about Starseeker, I already do that. I mean, try. Where you been, Starseeker? Where have you been? Where have you been? Yes, the crew I use every day. The crew I use every day. You can almost speed this up so we can switch our disco out. Boop. So yeah, I was just using that crew. And let's go for some full synergizations. Swap this out, just put our disco up there. We'll go finish our disco real quick. Just bypass my disco. Am I blind? Is my disco out? Oh, what? Get your ugly little self back in the dock. Stupid disco. What tier would you take the G3 faction miners and how many of them before? I don't really care for the G4 faction miners. Tier 7, tier 8. Minimum though, to answer your question. Like mine are tier 7 going on tier 8. And you get better warp range. You get into early deep space with them, with the G3s. So. Any possibility of you're talking to Scopa to see if we could possibly get some sort of daily for officer sourcing for the older officers? So look, officer sourcing is something that we harp on them about all the time. And I don't think me doing it like today is going to help, but we are constantly trying to push that. Just recently got Strange New World Spock, Uhura, and Ortega. It definitely changed the game for me. Still grinding the Franklin and Discovery. Nice, Shroom. I'm really interested to learn the impact that these new officers have for lower level players, because there's a lot of players who in the 20s are noticing how much better it is for their swarm grinds and things like that. And you know, it's even though this set was designed for higher levels, lower levels can definitely take advantage of them. So I'm logging in my Star Trek Fleet Command web store. I remember my password though. I think that's my password. Yeah, there's my password. We'll just check the store real quick, see if they got the daily officer shard redeemed. They had pulled it, see if they put it back. Let me just see if they put it back. Scroll all the way to the bottom. Oh, got my optical dial. Yeah, your daily web store claim is back up, y'all. So you can, that's what just popped up on the screen. It only works in mobile, which is really annoying. But if you claim that and you're on your phone, it'll then give you an officer shard here in your daily gifts chest. Just got my amalgam. How much plunder should I have in reserve in the opinion of the Rev? I like to personally, it's not that hard, to get 2 to 4 weeks worth saved up in one go. So, I mean, last time I went, I got around 40 million, 30 million, 40 million. And I'm still sitting on most of that now. So here's my amalgam. Tomorrow I'll pull, I've got 18.6 left. So. Why does that only work on your phone? Johnny, now that I wish I had an answer to. It's supposed to work everywhere, but it only works on your phone. Like it only gives you the pull option there. It should work everywhere. I don't know why they haven't adjusted that, but that's the reason. Or that's just the truth. Reason's not a right word. Damn it, they got a rare there. For any uncommon, nope. Let's go to this next one. I get 32 million plunder on my tier 1 amalgam and 1 exocomp. Yeah, if you grind it and you use your Stella with summoning, it's really easy to get 30, 40 million of that and just sit on it. So as I said the first time it came out, Starseeker, that the plan was to potentially use this as a very common sourcing mechanic. It is annoying. It's making you go to the web store. Obviously, they want you to go to the web store to potentially buy from the web store. But hey, I'll take a free shard every day. Man, that's 365 shards in a year, assuming that you had it every day. All right, where's another 29? Oh, going after that one. I'll go after this one. See if there's a Armada here. Nope. All right, y'all, real quick, start throwing me deep space Armadas, like low deep space. Give me, if you're out there listening, I need any deep space Armada warp 85 and under. Throw me a system real quick. I don't have them all memorized. Throw me a system. All right, yeah, let's go check Gary. Let's go check Gary. Thank y'all. I know that there's like 2, 3 in all the little starter runs, but thank y'all. Got them. Web store has always been so laggy for me. I get errors trying to claim the daily shards, so I've given up. Giovanni, I'm sorry to hear that. Is it on your phone that you notice the lag, or your computer? And did I finish this? Did we just finish our disco? You don't think less than 50? Well, Craig, how does that help me, sir? Craig, that don't help me at all. Congratulations. All right, let's see. We finished. Should have one more left? Or is that the last one? Yeah, all right, well, it's the last one. Now we can send the disco home. Yeah, we're heading to Gary now, and then we'll do the Shy probably next, or VO. VO. Oh boy. What's going on in there? What's going on in there? I probably shouldn't stream it because then people would see it. Oh, bad guys. Oh, we got a spam bot. Had him. Still tons of stuff to exchange your refinery every day. Yeah, I'm still trying to work on my stores. I'll admit, since we get bonus refineries every month, I actually mine every day now. I normally would never mine except for maybe Isogen. I now have 2 dedicated miners every day. So, on my PC, where I have excellent internet, good fiber, others in my lines, and share frustration with the lag. Really, I don't get a lot of experiences like that. And I'm definitely not saying it's not true. I'd be curious to see what could be causing that for you. When it comes to the web store, I have the same problem with my members, and my alliance to the web store is crummy. I personally have a top-notch rig and don't have this problem, but I do see it stuttering. Maybe it's just because I also have a decent rig, obviously, because I do content. But yeah, I want to look more into this because obviously the whole point of that is to make it, easy for everybody. You have 3 miners at all times. 1 I get Doc E, I'll make that 4. Yeah, I'm not that dedicated. I've got 2 PvE, 2 mining, and then a PvP and an Armada. So this. What if also, don't forget to do your missions, y'all. That mission payout this month is pretty decent. And these, I don't really need them, but I guess I could go for them. Just throw some officers on there. Yeah, let's do click, click, click. I'm not going to use the big ones, though. So since you Tyler, Mud, Best. I'll take a 90% chance. We'll see what happens. See what happens. Doc G is your fill-in doc, normally as Disco. Yeah, I've been meaning to remake my video about how I load up my docs. Have we had all the missions to complete the Complete New Missions event yet? I think so. Let me go take a look real quick. Remember, you did need to be certain levels to see some of them. So, now we got that. I think we got the first one. I've still got to finish a few, but I think so. Double check. Fair. All right, we're here. Let me see if there's an Armada. No. Over here. All right. Yeah. Talking epic, rare, and uncommon. I have at least 5 million in each of them. I do exchange every time it comes up. Wow, Craig, that's dedication to Armadas. I wish I had that much. Back this, that. She's so pretty. I really do love this disco skin, y'all. I really do love this disco skin. All right, so what we'll do is check our missions real quick. See, I have way too many just saved up that I haven't finished. Escape. Yeah, we'll just do this. Boop. Resentment is the one that's missing. Yeah, resentment. Cool. Ahoy, welcome in, Slugger. Good to see you. All right, let me restart the music here. And get our grind on. I really just need to buckle down and finish this rep. Buckle down and finish this rep. See if we got an Armada. Oh, we got one. Bloop. All right, thank you. Jeez, I thought it wasn't gonna start. Hey, the new disco skin. So the new disco skin is only available through purchase. It's only available through purchase. It is a paid item. It is a paid item. All right, let me do all these. Do the middle one. And the middle one. See, I got to go mine more oxygen today. I'm always doing my pulls every day. I just need to start using both my meridians overnight. So I'm so sketchy about putting stuff overnight because y'all know what can happen. So. All right, so let's pull my disco, which can give me my speed ups. Woo! 24 days with the speed ups. Definitely need those again. And Cereus Refinery, please, 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 screw you. Screw you, RNG. Screw you mightily. Oh my goodness, that was terrible. Just unlocked Barkley? Hey, congrats. I have not even tried that Barkley run. I do have some. Would y'all like to see me spin some ultras? I do have some saved up. 41 swarms with tier 4 Frank A. Yeah, you can run that one today. That's a decent run. You can do that. I am at 1596 of these. Oh. Yeah, that pull is trash. All right. Here. Let me do. Here's the Barkley special. It's trash. It literally just got like Barkley. But I'll pull it. Let's see. Let's do a full pull. See what we get. There could be. If there is an ultra event, I'm not going to go for the leaderboard. I'm only going for the SMS. And I got 2 Barkley shards. Woo! I did get LaForge though. Hey, that actually is a thing. That actually is a thing. Hold on, let me do my disco. Let's do disco. I think that just because I'm pretty sure I didn't have Jordy, so that just unlocked Jordy for me. Yep. Which now means I've got that, but more importantly, boom, more loot, more loot, more loot. Got more loot, got more loot. So I'm gonna be running Jordy, Bev, 5. Jordy, Bev, 5 now. Screw it, all y'all's loots. All I care about is Jordy, Bev, 5. Hey, Killer Penguin, what you running? Oh, little crappy little Sally. Get out of here. Get out of here. I need to put a crew on to beat that thing. Pop. Buddy. Oh, man, it's a mission. Oh, Stinky going to get him? Stinky, you want to get him? Oh. I'm not dropping a 2-day shield. So. Oh, well. I'm welcome for what, Slag? What am I welcome for? What did you do? Heard some people that Jordy get the bonus rewards from the other participants. Did you hear some of that? Nope. Nope. Mission complete. Una shards, and then there's some speed ups, which I am very thankful for. And then there is my recruit season. And then here's weekends always feel like good rewards. And there's my new mission one. Got me some Latinum, and more importantly, the uncommons that I desperately need. All right, recall. Want to see an updated clip? Sure. I'm always here for clips. Last night, I'm hoping people did a lot of clipping for me. I need people who help with editing. If anybody could do that, I would really appreciate it. You can unlock new Uhura today? Not me. Congrats on TOS Spock, Robotsky. That's huge. That's huge. Does Una Charge make you crazy? Well, it doesn't really bother me because she's not even that good of an officer, honestly. I mean, I guess if you like the impulse speed just to make it quicker when you're grinding, cool. But meh. Meh for me. It's a big meh. Have to respawn video on the best way to use it? Yeah, I mean, when the whole crew comes out, I'll make another updated video, but I mean, there's immediate benefit from Strange New World Spock. Immediate benefit. Gas event gave me shards for her. What? Your ticket to gas event should not have given you shards for her. Are you sure? Or are you talking about TOS Uhura for that event? The mining event? Because that's not a gas mining event, that's just a mining event. How do you use TOS Spock? So you don't really use them until you get him tiered up. What do you mean, Gregory? What do you mean fixed? So yeah, there's an Uhura SMS event, but it's just mining. It's not just gas. It's mining anything. Yeah, Una synergy is good. Speed is okay. I don't think it's just epic. You need a tier Stranger World spike before it's useful. That depends on you and what you're hitting. Tier 1 for me is useful. Tier 2 is obviously wanting to make it better. Depends on how high of a hostile you're trying to hit. Sent me a PM in Discord. I've got a few PMs, so I'm assuming you're one of them. My Solus Amalgam was going for the first survey ship. All right, that comment went around. Shayla improved sourcing. I mean, I guess if you call this XSLB, improved sourcing. Also, look how many Romulan ships I'm using. I've got all 3 Romulan ships up here. Look at this. Let's actually swap this out for a little bit more PvP. A bit more PvP. Bloop. Bloop. There's not really anybody PvP here. Fruit. Marcus is out. I could do Harrison. Not really point of doing Harrison, but I could. Do I have Lorca laying around anywhere? Do I have a Lorca laying around? I could run a Hull Breach type run. Lorca's on ship B. Ship B is currently out. Doing our mods. Where's Gorkon? Gorkon, where you at, buddy? I think Gorkon's on an away team. Oh, Gorkon's available. Bam, there we go. Now we got a basic PvP crew on a Gladius. No reason. We got it. It's there. There's always a chance, Deuce. Is it actually happening? I have no knowledge of it happening, but there's always a chance. Ooh, what's this? Ooh, yuck. My camera went fuzzy? That's weird. Don't do that, camera. Bad camera. Comment if the camera's misbehaving. There have been no changes that I'm currently aware of to the Incursion reward. But they've changed them. They have not made me aware of that. I think I pissed them off with my last video anyway. For my Incursion videos, so maybe they're not as excited to talk to me. I did talk to one of the devs this weekend, and we're doing a new dev Q&A. So that should be fun. Enemy at 7 o'clock. Yeah, I'm aware. I scanned him. But I'm in a Fisha, and they are in a, I think that was an Antares. So. Usay, like I said, there's a chance for anything. There's a chance for anything. I can't even get crossover event names to show up correctly. Retrieving. I don't know what you want me to say, Nibby. I mean, I'm with you, but it is what it is. So. I can't even get any names to show up, so I'll retrieve. Hey, there's JTK. JTK. Here. All right, what else we got here in the comment section before we get ready to wrap it up for the day? Real quick, if y'all haven't already, you can come join us on our Twitch channel. I might do an extra Twitch stream. I did an extra Twitch stream last week. I might do an extra Twitch stream tonight. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. I'll also be streaming tomorrow night. And if y'all want to support, come join the Discord. And finally, not required, but appreciated, anybody that wants to donate to the channel. I've got 3 children to feed. This is my full-time job, so rely on y'all to help pay the bills. And it's really appreciated that y'all come and hang out. Also, smash the like button while you're here. You know, scope was so much rare that they interrupted DJ's vacation to make an appeasement video. I think it was more of a DJ was a little bit more on, I don't say on their side, but he was more available to make that type of message. And I'm happy he did. I'm happy he did. So what do you mean you don't use TOS Spock until tiered up? I thought it was okay to use as soon as you have TOS Kirk. TOS Uhura, yeah. TOS Spock is really not that good until he gets tiered up a few levels. I've talked about that in a video. Because his ability, where are you at? Where are you at? TOS Spock. There's tier 1. You're decreasing critical hit damage by 50%. You need to be decreasing it by max to really be making a huge difference. Tier 1 helps, but it ain't great. There's usually better officers you can run. Like TOS Uhura, TOS Kirk, and Marcus versus Enterprise is better than TOS Kirk, TOS Uhura, TOS Spock. The Amalgam was disappointment. Strong disagree. The only thing I'm disappointed about the Amalgam is the sourcing of not transport patterns, shield shipskin shard trackers in the refinery. The Amalgam itself is a huge W. Huge W. Huge W. Yeah, Carissa, exactly. TOS Spock's good, but you need, just like you need Gala, to be high tier for value. High tier for value. TOS Spock, okay on defense. Yeah, TOS Spock is also a good defense card if you do the defending the base thing, which can be very dangerous. Very dangerous. You ever raid? You love the Amalgam? Hey, I love raiding. I don't get to do it as much as I want to, but I love raiding. All right, since we did this research, I'm going to use my speed ups. And then we're going to go and find us a research to throw into. I've got a lot of territory stuff I've been saving up. So let's do these ISO cannons. Let's really work on all these PvP ones that I have. So we'll just start that one. Here we go. Click. Yeah, the drop rate for trackers is ridiculous. So here's mine at the top right of your screen. If you look at my Amalgam, I've got 1596. I've not missed an Amalgam pull. I've not missed an Amalgam pull. I'm at 1596 since they came out. Just for a ship skin, or I'm sorry, projectile skin, which I need 50 of, I can get a little under half after having this entire thing. So, I mean, basically, I'm going to get the positron in a year. Positron phaser, if that's what I want to go after. Then, or I could go after refractive beam, which I need 75 of, though, which is just a 20% penetration change, which, I mean, it's good, but they all work together. But I'm probably going to go for the positron for just a small 10% damage boost, just so I can have a new thing. The sourcing is redonk, and not in a good way. The sourcing is not redonk in a good way. It is bad. Is the Barclay Ultra Recruit better than the regular Recruit? Technically, no. It's more expensive. The only thing that's different in it is the officers that are inside. If you look at the Ultra Pack, a lot more officers in here. This is more concentrated. Has the same amount of shards. And just has a more concentrated group of what you're getting. But the Ultra is cheaper. Is cheaper. I'll do an Ultra pull here. But I'm going to get a much wider swath of officers. Open all. I actually need 4 more of those. Take him to the next level, which would be really good. I'll do one more pull. I like to stay above 70,000. Let's do one more. Click. Boop. See, I'm one short of Honor Guard Wharf, which I'll probably get tomorrow when I do my Amalgam pull. And I'm one short of another Lorca tier. Nice. Here's a tip: if you get the Amalgam, you can use it for G3 mining in higher systems if you're lower level due to increased warp range. You can, but man, I might want to punch you with it if you do it. Oh wait, our Enterprise survived? Oh snap, rare. Actually, I don't want that. Come down here. Come down here. Let's see how this Armada went. We only had 4, and mostly babies came, but there was my run, and I did it for loot. So we got 37.3 and 144. So that's a big W for Rev. Big W for Rev. There's actually not the same number of shards. Regular is 10, Barkley is 12. No, regular is 12 as well. Regular is 12. See, they changed it several months ago. The regular Ultra is 12. The new ones that come out, these specialties are the exact same pull rates, just more expensive for a lower set and exclusive cards. I wouldn't say the Armada projectile is garbage. It's just, I'm not buying it. Mike, so it'll be 10, I think, for levels like 30 and under. And then it switches to 12. Switches to 12. Really hard to source Borg Barrett? Yes, very much. It is. It is hard to source Borg Barrett. I'm glad that they put Borg to Pring in the transporter pattern store, but it's still hard to source Borg Barrett. Oh, I gotta do my ship parts. Ship parts. Every day, pulling my ship parts. You think that they'll do similar shard numbers for Cisco as for Picard? I sure hope not. I'm curious what they're even going to do design-wise for the DS9 bridge set. So, now I have Honor Guard Worf, Charles. That would be taking him to the next tier. So my Honor Guard Worf is still tier 1, but sort, scroll. Where are you at? There you go. But now I'm 1 shard from tier 2, which for no other reason than stats, it's really going to help. And then, yeah. All base defense all the time? We'll see. Which officer you have the most versions of? Well, I mean, I've got every Spock officer in the game. There's 4 Spocks. You must have better luck. Have had Amalgam for 3 months and have 1,044 shipskin shards. Yeah. Roboski, my RNG is typically terrible in this game. Y'all know this, though. If you follow me for a while, you know my RNG is very bad, generally. So I usually do not get good RNG pulls in STFC. That's okay, because I'm just here to teach the game. I'm not here to be the best. I'm here to teach it. I'm here to help y'all be the best. Barber Spock Quartet. That's cute. That's cute. That's cute. I mean, there's 2 warps in the game already. You think they'll add Strange New World Kirk after the last episode? Probably not after the last episode, no. Greetings, Server 21. We'll also play on our server represents Neelix. Yeah, somebody had passed that along, William. I have a channel in my Discord for memorials and stuff, which I don't remember if anybody's posted that or not, but yeah, sorry for y'all's loss. When do you think the DS9 arc will start, if at all? This year. This year. At Ops 23, should I go straight to 26? I would camp at 25. Because you got to work on your Franklin, your Disco, your Devore, your Vidar, get the Meridian and an event store. There's a lot at 25 to kind of catch up on. So that's why it's like a mid-stopping point for me. Is it just me, or do we keep getting more away team-based events without a decent speed-up source? Is this a Dabo table? Well, you get speed-ups every day for away teams. But are you running my technique? Like I tell people, always be running away teams, the 8, 12, the 4, 8, and 12 hour ones, always run them. The Jactimus, like I want to do those, but since I moved, time has been an issue. So I want to get back to those. But as I said in my Discord, what I really need is help. I need people who are willing to help in various ways. And I do want to try to raise money to hire an assistant, because I struggle with time. You know, those Strange New World recaps take me 3 to 4 hours minimum to do each. And it's just tough, especially with the move and the new baby. Okay. They should add Kess and Neelix as holodeck officers, same as Broccoli. They're probably just going to save that for when they run Voyager, right? Maybe they'll be our first common officers in a while. They'll make Kess an epic and be like, ugh. Yikes. All right, so I don't need those. Grinding. How much have we ground out while we've been sitting here today? Oh, yeah. I've got to go to decoded data. Let's get our transporter patterns for the day. And my Klingon is at 5.2 away. Legendary Tuvix. Yikes. Oh, terrible. Hello, 41. I have all the ships in Cosmic Cleanup Event Store. What should I buy or just hold on? I would say go after the big Galaxy turn-in so that you can get Armada credits, rare Armada credits. The Tactical Advantage supplies be my recommendation. Up to you on what you actually do though. There is a 25 video. I believe I made a camping at 25 video. If I remember right, I did. Don't like the amalgam event. From now on, I have to wait to upgrade. No, you don't, David. It's a leaderboard, man. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Some things I think just aren't worth waiting for. That's one of them. You want the Warp 10 plus salamanders? Yikes. Oh, what a terrible Voyager episode that was. One of the worst episodes of sci-fi ever in existence. Yeah, it's absolutely terrible. Make Neelix a morale officer. That makes sense, and it's annoying. All right, y'all, I'm going to wrap up. I'm going to get ready. I might stream a little bit later today. I got to get ready for tomorrow. If y'all haven't already, join the Discord. Appreciate all of y'all for hanging out with me. Hopefully you've got all your questions answered. And if not, you can always just hit me up on Discord or Facebook. Try to get back to everybody every day. That is my goal, to get back within 24 hours. Sometimes it doesn't happen, but I do love and appreciate y'all. Live long and prosper. Stay safe for the Space Cowboys. Deuces. It's me. Hit the like button on your way out, and we'll catch you either tonight or tomorrow.
An even better outro than the intro. For the Empire and glory to your house.